Hey guys, glass here with a glass of tea. That doesn't make any sense. So, I began my channel 3 years ago because I wanted to talk about Kill Team. And Games Workshop sent me a review, or an early review copy of Kill Team Octarius, right? That's what I'm building. This is what the build instructions right here. Okay, I'm building it right now. But like, this is really exciting. You know, it's a brand new product, a new launch of a new game. Like, you know, I'm ready to talk, but I'm not allowed to because I'm under NDA. And it's like, this defeats the purpose of my channel, the point of my channel, you know? So, I can't release these videos yet. It is a week before my NDA lifts. I guess I'm gonna do some stories and then release them all on the day. So this is, if you're watching this, any story that you're about to see is going to be my hobby journey as I build the Octarius box. Now, I only figured out I should do this after I've already built all of my Krieg, I've built all of the terrain, and I've built 5 of my commando boys. This is the 6th. And as you can tell, I've already sprayed all of my terrain. Obviously these, I sprayed them with my terrain. 2 things to say. Firstly, these things, I've read the full rules. Fun little gimmicks, you don't need to play with these. These are in no way mandatory. There you go. Just throwing that out there for you guys. Don't worry, you can happily never use them. The second thing I have to tell you, and let's move my tea out of the way, is, so these are the commando sprues, okay? You know, they're good sprues, good quality. Mold lines are quite thick on them. Stand out a lot, but whatever. No big deal. No big deal. You can handle it all. These should have been the sprues for the for the Chaos Demons, because that's how they're laid out. They are laid out like a madman put them together. This is the most simple model on the commanders. The body is all one piece, the head, the gun is 2 pieces because you've got the cool little, you know, scorpion thing, which is actually a stock, but whatever, and you've got the axe. All of the pieces, oh look, I'm drilling the barrel, oh what a quality painter I am. All of the pieces are like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 pieces to this model. There are 3 sprues. I swear, I have had to check every sprue multiple times for where this guy's pieces are. And that's happened for all of these commando boys. Their pieces are in no logical order. It is pure chaos. I'm struggling. It's really annoying. The Krieg was spot on. Every piece was in a line, and then like the option was on like it was either close or on another sprue, which is like an additional sprue. No problems. These commandos are testing my limits. Although I will say, it's fine. Once you put them together, they go together really easily because they're all really big chunky pieces. The flayed ones were the terrible models. Terrible. In fact, the whole Necrons, they went too fiddly with that, didn't they? But the flayed ones especially were terrible, terrible things. And them alone made me not want to collect Necrons. Anyway, there you go. Commando boy. Also, whilst I've got you here, you might have already seen them depending on how I've released my videos. I've got some... What am I doing? I don't know what stories are. Oh, if you don't know, I don't know what a story is. So like, yeah. I don't know if these are meant to be highly edited pieces, or if they're just like me having a chat. Well, I'll tell you this right now, lads. These are just me having a chat. Hobby chat. Okay. Anyway, right. I just had to tell you how bad the commando sprues were. That's all. I'm going to continue building now. We're going to come back. I don't know if this is all going to be one story and you watch the whole video as I've just put together an entire week's worth of hobby chat, or if they're going to be individual things. I'll look into that in a moment, about how people like to consume stories, if they're monetized, if they're like, do I need to do thumbnails? I genuinely have never done a story before. I've never watched a story before. I've watched shorts, but not stories, ever. So yeah, okay. What am I going to show you in the story next? All of the terrain. So, soon I will have sprayed everything, and I'll go lay it out on a board, because that'd be cool. Right. Stay gangster, yo. Okay. Quick other thing I wanted to mention. Hey, here's an actual tip. Here's me giving you some value for watching this video, instead of just me doing some weird hobby vlog. People don't watch me for hobby, because I'm terrible at it. People don't watch me for vlogs, because they shouldn't. Anyway, so I finished up these guys. It took me so long. Genuinely, no model that I just built had everything on a single sprue. I had to go through all 3 sprues for all models. Now let me give you a bit of value for watching this video, okay? Because I don't know what this is. This is a hobby vlog. People don't watch me for hobby. You shouldn't. I'm really bad at it. People don't watch me for vlogs, because why would anybody watch a vlog? So, I wanted to quickly talk about the, what's this? The Krieg. The Kriegs! So, 3 sprues. So you've got the kind of the 2 that have all of the bodies of the different models. And then you have this, which has like all the additional little bits, which is why it's smaller than the other sprues. Now, I did want to point out, we see the little entrenching tools. We also have other little bits on here. Where are they? Because I actually do want to point these out. So obviously you have grenades and stuff, but... oh, I can't find them. There are little hammers. Here we go. These little bad boys here. These are axes. And the reason I point them out is because once you learn how the game works, these are actually WYSIWYG things. So you put them onto your models, and then these axes are actually war gear. So you can't equip them like in 40k. I believe they wouldn't be anything. You can't give 2 guys axes, I assume, unless they give us a new Krieg datasheet. But in here, they're an actual thing. Just like the entrenching tools, they have game rules. So there are only X number of trenching tools, and whichever ones you give them to, presumably, if you're playing WYSIWYG, are then the ones that can use the special rule as an equipment. But I wanted to talk about the Krieg. So you need to know how to build the Krieg, because it's like in the faction, you can take 10 models. However, you can build, like, there are options for like 14 models essentially, and that's fine. But one of the issues is I don't have anything to show as a visual aid, unfortunately. Basically, some of the specialisms are unique. So for example, the way you build them, these kits are really flexible. You can put any gun on anything. I found that out at the end. I didn't want to build a standard trooper. I wanted to turn one of them into another gunner. So I did that, and actually absolutely no problems. So good. But just be aware that, for example, in the build options, there is only one way to build a sniper. Again, you can put that sniper gun on any body, it turns out. But in the build options, only one. Same way, it only gives you one option to build a spotter, one option to build a demo. So let's use that sniper and that demo as an example. Oh, actually, another good one is the leader and the confidant. The leader and the confidant, and the sniper and the demo are both in the instructions told, like, this is, you know, they're one or the other. You can't build both. Again, you can. You just put the war gear or the equipment onto another model. It's fine. But it took me like building all 10 to figure that out. So just be aware that when you get to that point, you have to decide which of the 2 specialisms you're going to build, because typically they do have different war gear options. Ultimately, if you wanted to have a complete, if you're saying Krieg's my jam, that's what I'm playing in Kill Team, to have a full roster, you will need 2 kits. There you go. That's what just took me 5 minutes to be able to say. To have a complete roster, you will need 2 kits of Krieg. And that includes not just, oh, I want to fill the rest of my roster out with troopers. who just have standard las guns, nothing else. That is, I want to be able to take all of the possible specialisms. There you go. So in your first kit, I would say, firstly, don't build any standard trooper. Build all of them as a specialism of some sort. You can do that. That's how I built mine. And then, if you want to make sure you have every single specialism, because again, you can't build a leader and a confidant, you can't build a zealot and a demo, whatever it is. Just make sure to buy a second kit, I guess. I don't know. There you go. I don't really know. Yeah. Cool. So there you go. That's something to keep in mind. You do get a bunch of special weapons left over. So I built a flamer, and then for all of the other, as it said in the build options, for all of the other, what are they called? Gunners, that's the word. Which would be a melter or a plasma. I didn't build them, I built a different specialism. But then at the end, it gives you the option to build just a regular trooper. And it doesn't say you can build this trooper as anything else. But I literally just went back to the gunner build and took whatever the arm options were there to put a plasma gun together, and I put it onto the trooper body. Great, no problems. So you can do that with anything. You can swap all of these weapons around. Could you magnetize them? You could. You could. If we get a real close-up there, that's the shoulder socket. If you really wanted to magnetize these guys up, you know, you could do that, I think. Because all of the arms attach to the torso, to the arm, and then to the hand. So obviously you glue the hand to the arm, and you just magnetize the torso to the arm. That would be fine. These are small, but I think that'd be okay. And there you go, that's it. Great. How did it take me 7 minutes to say all of that? Anyway, let's go look at some terrain. Okay, so as you guys probably knew before I did, I've decided to not make this a story. This is actually a full video that is just a vlog. So there you go. Anyway, this is everything in the kit. Yeah, this is all the terrain, including the barricades, which, as you guys now know, are the player setup terrain. You can put down 2 or 3. I think it's 2. Yeah, all the models. Where's the plasma guy? This plasma guy here? Zoom in. Boom. Look at this guy. This is the guy that I talked about, who is a regular trooper, but I just swapped his arms for the plasma gun guy's arms. Boom. Look at that. Very sexy. Okay. And everybody else is, oh, we can zoom in. Everybody else is as you'd expect. All of this has taken me quite a while to put together. I now have to go ahead and paint these, which is actually the hardest part. You know, like construction of terrain and models, I'm actually totally okay with from a hobby perspective. But now I have to actually go ahead and paint them. I'm a little bit terrified, guys. I don't like painting. You know, all of this here is just sprayed. All this stuff, you know, it's super good terrain and all that, but it goes together really quickly and easily. But man, I don't actually know what I'm going to do to paint it, so we will see. And I don't know how I'm going to paint my Krieg. I actually, so as you may be aware, I already have an Imperial Guard army, but they're yellow and tan, right? All good. I also have an Orc army, who are also yellow and tan. This means I cannot paint these two armies yellow and tan, because it would look way too confusing in a bat rep. And yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is keep the Orcs yellow, tan, blue skin. And these guys, I'm just going to do something weird. I'm currently thinking, so tan on the, like, the undercoat, what are they called? Trousers? but then just pink cloaks. But if you actually look at them, they're actually really detailed. And detail takes a long time to paint. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to paint these in time. I don't like it. Whatever. Just setting out these two armies, though, quite interestingly. Just off the top of my head, knowing not much about the game yet, I would say that the orcs are going to completely dominate these guys. Like, yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll see soon as I start actually playing the game now. And that is actually next step. I need to play the game. I've read all the rules. Now it's play the game time, learn the game, so that I can actually talk about the game intelligently in a week's time once I put up some videos. Okay, so I'm checking in at 7:30 PM on the same day. It has taken me the entire day to do this, which is just, as you can clearly see, if it would focus. My hobby vlog, unfocused camera is exactly what you want. Come on. To just put some Seraphim Sepia and then a Wraithbone dry brush highlight to give it a bit of texture and definition on all of them. You see I've just done the legs and the cuffs, the gas masks and the backpack things. And then I've done the same for the orcs. The orcs needed a little bit more. Again, I'm just doing the... I don't really want to do the skin on them. Only the cloth. But then the way it works out, it's actually better to just do the whole thing. I know what these guys are going to be. They're going to be blue skin. They're going to be the Seraphim Sepia Wraithbone khaki tan cloth, and then yellow armor bits. These guys, I still haven't decided. I'm still thinking of being weird and giving them pink cloaks. You'll have already seen them on my channel before you watch this. What's it doing? There you go. So you'll know what I end up doing, but we will see. I just want to add though. So here's the Krieg, our 10-man Kriegs. As you can see, all of them I've gone with a special loadout. So there are no troopers here. All 10 models plus the little medic bag. Now I don't know if that's actually the best thing to do, but it's what I've done. And then over here we have the Orc Commandos. Now the Orc Commandos, unlike the Krieg, where I actually had to make decisions about what they were mutually exclusive potential loadouts. For the Orc Commandos, it was just 10 guys. You could only kit them out. No, sorry, that's not right. So, for example, all of these special guys, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, everyone had 2 build options. You could either build them as their special one, so the Dakka Boy, the Sniper, the Burner, the Breacher Boy, etc. The Rocket Guy. Or you could build the same model, except you swap out, their special gun for just a Slugger and Chopper, I think it was. But I obviously haven't done that. And then the Commando Knob also had the option of going, this could have been an axe. And that's it. But I just like these guys. I think maybe this is just I prefer orc sculpts, but these guys look way more intimidating than these guys. I mean, just look at them side by side. These guys are huge. I have no idea how these guys are going to beat them in a game of Kill Team yet, but I believe they are meant to be balanced. So we'll go and play them. I've also done all of the terrain. You know what? Let's go over. Let's walk over. Now, I did something I've never done before. I've made them. I dipped them. Hence them all being weird and there being bits of dip all over the place. And then since I'd made up a bucket of dip, yes, a little bucket of dip, I decided to dip a whole bunch of other terrain I had as well, just lying around. Except I've never dipped terrain before, and I had the dip that I had, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go for it, see what happens. It has turned out far too watery. Maybe this will be good, and I'll get a nice subtle effect, adding a little bit of depth, but I think actually it was too watery and it's not going to give me anything actually noticeable. Like if we look here, can you tell it's been dipped? I mean, once it dries, I don't know. I mean, you can see some staining there, that's fine. But like this, it looks pristine. I had started off by actually doing it by brush. If we look at these two bits here, so you see they are a completely different colour, right? So that's because I was just brushing it on. And then everything else, I was like, right, let's dip it. And it's all, I don't know, we'll see, right? We will see. You know, we can say it's subtle and nuanced. But anyway, yeah, so it's taken me, I think, start to finish today, I had to build 5 commandos, plus the squig and the commando goblin, grot. I had to build them, then I sprayed them, but that was easy. And then everything else, so these crappy little bits of colour, you know, these little spot colours everywhere, and then dipping, and then putting the Seraphim Sepia on the units, has taken me from, I think in that case, well no, so I started, including the building of 5 models, at, was it 10 AM? I think 10:30 in the morning, and it's now 7:30. Oh man, this is why I don't like hobby. I could be doing so much more today. But okay, anyway, you know. Right, dipping method definitely needs work. I do know how to do it properly. I've watched the Midwinter Minis video, don't worry about the homemade wash and all that. I didn't have time, so we get what we get. Hopefully this will all be dried by tomorrow. And then this is the terrain 100% done. So that's good. You can always have terrain, you know. But then I have to paint 20 models. That's the actual hard part. This is the quick bit. Oh boy. Alright. See you tomorrow. Day 2. Oh wait, it's Monday. I've had it since Friday. Day whatever. It's all a blur. I don't like hobby. It's terrible. So, before I continue on with my day, I have to go now and start writing some scripts. Scripts that you've probably already seen the videos of, in fact. This is a very weird time warp thing. You've already seen all of these complete. I don't know what's coming. But I just did my first Krieg in pink. I'm not sure if I like it yet. Obviously, you guys have already seen if I continue this fucking camera. You guys have already seen how this little team ends up looking. I feel they're Krieg, so they have to be on like muddy trench bases, don't they? And I've just done the blue on my orcs, and a few spot colours, like I've done, you know, rope and dynamite. So actually, the orcs aren't that far away from being done. I just have to do snakebite leather for straps, and I don't have any of the other colours. I can't keep doing that. Black Templar, and then yellow. Yellow's for the armour, but there's actually not much armour on these guys because they're the commandos, so they're lightly armoured. Black Templar for all metal and just like highlighted black bits. And then yeah, they're actually not too far off being done. Right, and I guess they're also getting muddy bases now that I think about it, which means I'm going to have 2 armies with muddy bases, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, now I've got to go write scripts for the videos you've already seen. I don't know what I'm writing yet, but okay. I haven't even figured out how I want to cover this game. I don't know what I'm doing. I've written one script. At this point, I've written one script, which is like an unboxing. I don't know if it's good yet. But until like I've played the game a bit, I don't really know what to do. My main fear is that obviously I want to just open the rulebook and let you guys read the rulebook. But we all know that Ash from Guerrilla Miniature Games, that's his thing. Man reads book, you know? What I really want to do is a full-on, like I did for the first Kill Team, how to play. Like I'd love to, you know, use both teams, do like round 1, super slow, everybody, you know, explain everything. Round 2, a little bit faster, but still kind of explain. And then round 3 and 4, because it's still only a 4-round game, do like just the finish the battle report. But that's so much work. It all has to be scripted first. I have to know how to play the game 100%. I can't get rules wrong. Yeah, there's no chance that's going to happen before the game releases. Anyway, right, script writing, and then I have to come back and just finish up the orcs, I guess. That's, if I could finish the orcs today, that'd be really good. I'd finish the orcs, and then in the evening, I'll play my first game. Then tomorrow, start banging away on the Krieg, play some more games. And then, I want to build the rest of my teams, which you guys aren't allowed to see yet. That'll be in another hobby video, no doubt. Okay, so I'm now at the end of the same day, Monday, and I've set out a little scenario here with some models. It's time to learn to play the game. Yeah, let's get started. So I read the book. I've read it back to front quite thoroughly, and I think I get it. There's one thing I don't get, and that is cover. Seems needlessly complicated. I mean, not needlessly, but it's like, so far I'm viewing cover as kind of like the injury roll. It's like, it's absolutely key to understand. You have to know how it works. It's a huge part of the game. But it's kind of, I think it's going to be something that people bounce off of a lot. And I get what they're doing thematically. Thematically it's cool, you know, no issues with that. But, you know, having just read it, I don't get it. I think, and I hope, that after a few little scenarios with myself here learning the game, because obviously I'm not allowed to tell anybody I have this, so I can't play against them, I think I should get it. But it's definitely one of those things where I have to sit down, put a model there, and another model, you know, this one's within triangle and this one's outside of circle, and then swap it, so now this guy's firing at this guy, but then we put another barricade there, and we question, okay, well this guy's within triangle, that guy's out of circle, what does it mean for the shooter and the defender? I just need to understand, you know? So, yeah, just run through a bunch of scenarios with myself, basically. And very exciting for me, but you've already seen this. But, oh, I'm watching my own video in the background. Got to get those views, right? Is today, I had this, this isn't spiral bound, sorry, this is coil bound. Coil. All you do, FYI, is you type into Google, or your search engine of choice, coil binding book, or book coil binding, near me. And it came up with somewhere, it was just down the road, 20 minutes away. Drove down, guess how much this was? £2. Right? Yeah, I was well chuffed. It was £2 and I did some books. Maybe it was 2, maybe it was 3. But yeah, way better. Look at this. Wow. And actually, that was super cool. I opened it to line of sight. The thing I have to study now. Okay. Man. Oh, also, so just now, today, the big thing they announced on Warcom was that they're going to do their own how to play videos, and that actually really helps me. I kind of joked about it in my video, like, oh, no content. But actually, awesome, because it means I don't have to worry about doing one now. Because I've really been thinking, oh, should I do a how to play, because I know it'll be well viewed. Like, you know, like, it's a lot of work, though. It requires a full script, and then every shot, and then every roll. Like, whew. But now, knowing I don't have to do that, I've got options. You already know what I've done. I don't know yet. Again, timey-wimey stuff. It's going to be such a long hobby vlog. Oh my god. Who's watching this all the way through? That's mad. But so I could do battle reports. And I could do it against myself. Or I could do it against... I'm talking to a playtester at the moment. Who's like... helping me like learn the rules. It's Wes from D6 Evolution. Go check them out. They are playtesters for Kill Team 40k Age of Sigmar. You know, that's what they do mainly, or at least it's what they do during lockdown. He's offered to help me, like over Skype. We haven't done that yet, but I suspect I could rope him into also playing a game for the camera, you know, or a stream. Not sure. We'll see how that works. But so I could do a game with somebody. I could do a solo one on my own. Those are the only options, aren't they? Yeah. But then also, do I want to do like a banter bat rep, where it's actually quite, you know, handheld, shaky cam style, focusing on the game? Do I want to do one that focuses on the two of us, you know, tabletop Titans style? Don't know. Either way, I'd have to buy more gear so I could mic myself and my opponent up properly. Anyway, these are all thoughts I'm having. I don't know. You already know, so this isn't interesting for you because you found out already. Coil binding. 2 thumbs up. Let's learn the game. Okay, it is 10:45 PM on Wednesday. So I've had the kit, so it turned up Friday. So I've had it. Let's say Friday was a no-go, alright? Let's say Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And something we found out today is that pre-orders are going up the 14th, which is a thing. But it also means that, so you're going to know about this, because I'm allowed to talk about this stuff from the 9th onwards. Which means that, so I've had it for a week. Then it goes up on like the 9th, or something gets announced on the 9th, but pre-orders go up on the 14th. So actually, not only will I and other content creators have had it in their hands for a week, they will then have another week of pre-order. So I think, you know, it does seem like GW heard the incredibly negative, and rightly so, feedback about how long content creators were allowed to have the Dominion box for, which was like 3 days. I know that, you know, Goobertown Hobbies did a chat about Dominion, saying, you know, love the minis, but he got it late Friday, and NDA lifted for him on Monday. I was like, what's he supposed to do? So yeah. So it seems like GW has done this in the correct way. I would argue this is still way too much hobby to do, but you know, understandably so. Anyway, so hobby's done. Not well, but acceptably. Like, who cares? You know, there's colour on every bit that should have colour. In reality, I'm not a very good painter anyway. So all I would actually do, if I were to like completely finish these, is go back over and clean up a few spots where the paint went over the line. But that's it. And like one guy, I forgot to paint the stick of dynamite. Here we go. On his back. There you go. I forgot to paint the dynamite on the back, but it is painted on the side, so I feel it still counts a little bit. That's it. Right, so now I have to play the game and decide what it is I want to actually do for you guys. Again, you guys will have already seen whatever it is I do. I've been back and forth about what I should do. At first I was thinking some how to play, but then GW said, no, we're going to do that. So it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. They've got that base covered. So I think, and that was kind of like, it would have been a lot of work, but it's also like the most obvious thing to do. So it's kind of easy in the sense that I don't have to think about, yeah, I should do it or not. It's just, yeah, of course you do that. So I think what I'm going to do is an actual full-on battle report, which is fine. However, when I did so battle reports take ages. My Kill Team battle reports typically take me between 12 and 16 hours. That's man hours, so that's like, it's not like, oh, I get it done in a day. No, it is that long to script, record, edit, all that stuff, do the graphics for, etc. Like, it is 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours of actual genuine hard work. But I've done one battle report for Warcaster, and the reason I mention this is because Warcaster has opposing rolls and dice pools, and it takes longer, and alternating activations, and it takes longer to do. This is going to take so long to do, honestly. Don't get me wrong, alternating activations are great for the game, but to do a battle report, they make it so much worse. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure I'm going to do a battle report because I know it's going to take so long. And very genuinely, it's Wednesday, I might not be able to get one finished for Monday or Tuesday next week. Because obviously, I have work. I do things. That's not entirely true, but you know, I have work. So we will see. I'm a little bit scared of starting and then realizing, oh, this is this much work. Okay. I was like, do I really want to put in like legitimately 20 hours of work into something that, okay, is highly edited, but it's not to everybody's taste, but like highly edited battle report, which would, in my opinion, be good, you know, like decent. But then I'm going to go over and look at, for example, Gorilla Miniature Games, who I'm sure is going to bang out a beautiful battle report where they're doing shaky cam. And the beauty of the shaky cam is that the editing there, although there is, of course, editing, is much simpler. You just cut the boring bit out. So, for example, I'll actually be interested to see how he does this, because typically in the shaky cam style of battle report, you cut out the movement phase. The thing is, with alternating activations, you kind of can't do that, or at least to actually have the battle report mean anything, you can't do that. So I assume what he would end up doing is like cut out the thinking time, but then you show the activation. But even in shaky cam, that's a lot more editing than you've ever had to do in I Go You Go games. Anyway, I'll figure it out. If I'm doing that, I have to find somebody to play with. I have thought of another way of doing a battle report. It's a lot more, it's like a halfway house kind of, and it's a lot more commentary than watching the game. But once you include all of the edits, it's practically just a regular battle report that I would do, so I don't know, I need to think about that. Anyway, at the end of these little chats, I treated myself to building myself a little Necron guy, a death mark. I've had all of these Wargaming Atlantic death marks for like over a year now, and I decided I might, because you know death marks are good in 40k. Well, sorry, they are better than they were. Snipers are good, but I think snipers are going to be really good in Kill Team. So you know, these guys might be in Kill Team, might not be. So anyway, but in general, snipers are good in Kill Team. Like we have, where's the guy here? Our little Krieg sniper. He's good, and we've got, where is he? Oh, right here. Our little orc sniper, sniper boy, whatever he's called. They're both very good snipers, but they both work in slightly different ways. So this guy's all about getting that mortal wound. You get three mortal wound on a 6. This guy does something else, I can't remember. But yeah, so I think in general that's going to be a theme. Snipers are good. Cool. Alright, anyway, well, this is my hobby vlog kind of done, actually. Wow, I guess I should say something, because I don't need to come back to you now. Hobby vlog done. Because the hobby's done. I guess I don't like hobby. This hasn't been fun for me. I mean, there's been a little bit of a rush, if you will, about, oh wow, I'm doing something before other people. That's fun. You know, that little bit of exclusivity, sort of. But at the same time, I really would have quite enjoyed sharing this with people. Hence this vlog, you know. And I did start the channel to do it, and I've actually been, like, I want to show people this stuff. Even though it's not good, it's just that's part of the hobby. You show people stuff. Haven't been able to, so yeah, a bit weird. I've got to be honest, it's definitely made me consider that, like, this has been fun for the exclusivity perspective and the fact that it's never happened before, so it's a one-off. But for example, if they were to just start giving me a box every month, I say, oh, stop giving me a box. Well, no, do, because then I don't have to buy it. But I wouldn't do this every month. You know, this is a special one-off thing. If we start getting a box every 3 months, I'll consider doing this every 3 months. Like, that's probably acceptable for me. Yeah, this hasn't been particularly fun for me. To be genuine, to have intense hobby that has taken me out of my real life, and like, yeah, this bizarrely hasn't been fun. I'm just repeating the same word over and over. I don't really know what it is, because I'm trying to figure out how to finish this thing. Yeah, I'm glad it's done. I will say that. So I don't like painting, I don't like hobby, but I do like having finished it. So I'm quite, I don't think these are well painted. Definitely not. Why did I paint them pink? I don't know. I do know. No, sorry, I know why I didn't paint them my standard guard colour, because my orcs and my guard are the same colour scheme in 40k. So I had to paint them something different. And then I wanted it to stand out. I didn't want to do something dark, right? So I could have gone blue, just Talisar blue, right? Because this is a lovely colour. I love this colour. But then I was like, you know what? Krieg are naturally, they do technically, I think, have blue coats, right? This would be a very different blue, obviously, but technically that's default scheme. And then people did say they liked the green coated Krieg. The problem with me and green is I'm colourblind. I'm red-green colourblind. So that green just never stands out. It just looks brown, it looks dull, it looks muted. And as I'm sure you know, a big thing about colour schemes, the reason I go so bright is because I need people to be able to see them in a battle report, right? Like, you have this bad boy, you can see him anywhere on the table. Every model here, they're basically white and bright yellow. You can see them wherever they are in a battle report. These guys, to me, are already a lot muddier. Like, that pink isn't that vibrant to me. I'm sure to you guys it's like, it's blinding me. But to me, I would find this significantly harder to see on a table than this. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So, I'm done. I'm glad it's done. I do not want to touch hobby. I need like a week off minimum. But instead I'm going to go and make a bunch of videos. Cool. Alright. Thumbs up. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this whole thing, sorry. I hope that you have managed to live a little bit vicariously, and you have enjoyed seeing the cut from morning to afternoon, or night to morning. I hope you've found some sort of value in seeing this, or perhaps whilst you are hobbying, you've watched my hobby vlog and you're getting something that I didn't get, which is that little sense of community, because you're building something whilst I'm building something, but I've really done it, sort of. That's what I would have liked to do. I'm actually really hoping to do a lot more live stuff in the coming... I'm kind of going to capitalise on the fact that Kill Team is new and is news, and therefore I will naturally be getting a lot of views. They might not be long-term views, like I suspect I'll get like a boost, but then it'll taper off, because Warhammer, like Games Workshop news, always gets big views, which is why you have news channels, because you're guaranteed views, basically. But then, for example, all of the Warhammer community articles I've done, they have performed brilliantly for my channel. I have had the best month ever in 3 years. And it's been such easy content. It hasn't been good. It's just been me reading an article. But it's been, like, I've made more money, got more views, got more subscribers. By every possible metric, I have had this is my best month on YouTube ever. And that's not to brag, but it's to say that, like, news for GW gets views. It wasn't a joke in some of those videos where I said the catchphrase, when there's news, there's views. That's how it works. For example, Auspex Tactics, great channel. The reason I bring him up so much is because I like his channel, I watch him. And I occasionally meme on him, but only purely in a positive way. I'm super jealous of his channel. But like, he's a tactics channel. But now, he covers all the news. And his news gets a lot of views. And people are now going to him instead of Warhammer Community for the news, right? He's making a lot of money off GW news. That's all I'm saying. And so am I. Well, comparatively, like relatively speaking, he's obviously making a hell of a lot more. But yeah, so basically I'm going to pump out Kill Team content for as long as I can, until the views die off, and at that point, if I like the game, I'm going to continue, but if I don't like the game, then I'll move to 40k, but hopefully, I can find a dedicated group of Kill Team players, a community, and I can continue to put out videos, and we can all have a good fun time. But I want to do more live content, and I hope that a lot of the new viewers to my channel stick around for that. I'm talking with Wes from D6 Evolution, as I've mentioned, about ways that we can possibly the dream is to do a Tabletop Titan style Kill Team game, like stream. And so he lives far away from me, but coincidentally lives like 10 minutes away from where my parents live. So I go over to my parents for the weekend. We'd meet up, we'd do 2 games in a day. First one will be his channel, second one will be my channel, that kind of thing. That could be really good fun. And then you'd get like weekly battle report, weekly live content, whatever it is. Whether it's pre-recorded or it's live, I don't know. Like, it might be live on Twitch and then I post it to the YouTube channel later. I don't know. But all cool things. Happy I got these done. But the way that I remain happy about it is by telling myself I don't have to touch these teams again. The orcs are done, 100%. And that's great. The Krieg, technically, I need another box. And I need like 5 more models or something. But I don't know if I can be bothered to do that. Anyway guys, if you made it this far, I hope you're enjoying the hobby that you must be doing. Nobody is watching this far on this low energy content without doing their own thing. So to the 3 people that made it to the end and are actually paying attention, thanks very much for turning up. As I said, I hope that this video has given you a little sense of the grind that goes into the pure uncommunity driven grind of hobby, when you're not allowed to talk about it. Obviously, I'm super thankful that GW gave me the box. But damn, I don't want regular boxes, you know. Anyway, guys, this has been Glass Half Dead. Thank you very much for watching. I hope your hobby's going well. I hope you have enjoyed whatever content it is that I've done for you, because this hobby vlog video is clearly filler for a day when I'm not doing anything else. And I've already put out all the big ones, like the review boxes, the battle reports if I've done any, etc. Have a good day. I hope you have a good day and continue to have a good day. Glass Half Dead at 11 PM. Signing off.